Welcome to my channel, Rise Up with Steve. Please hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Listen up, because I want you to hear this loud and clear. A woman is never anyone's backup plan. She is not there to fill a gap, to patch a hole, or to be a second choice when life doesn't go the way you planned. She is not your option. She is your priority. And if you can't make her your priority, you need to step back and recognize your own shortcomings before you drag her into your mess. You see, a woman who knows her worth doesn't settle for crumbs. She knows what she brings to the table: love, loyalty, intellect, and power. And she will not allow herself to be treated like an afterthought. She will walk away from the indecisive, the distracted, and the hesitant, because she knows that life is too short to be anyone's maybe. And men, let me tell you something. If you are the kind of man who only gives attention when it's convenient, you're going to miss the kind of woman who can change your life. The woman who deserves your heart will recognize whether you are serious or just playing a game. You see, real love doesn't hide in the shadows. It's bold, consistent, and intentional. So to every woman listening, remember this: never compromise your value for someone else's comfort. You are not optional. You are a blessing. And if someone cannot see that, then they're not ready for you. And to every man, understand this: when you find a woman who is extraordinary, treat her like the priority she is, because she will not linger in your life for long if you only make her your choice when convenient. Listen, I need you to really hear me when I say this. A woman's self-worth is not something you negotiate. It's not something you check at the door to please someone else. It's not something you reduce just because someone else isn't ready to see your value. Let me tell you something. Too many women allow themselves to be treated like an option, like a backup plan, like a second choice. And men, I'm talking to you too. Too many of you think it's okay to give attention when it's convenient, to act interested when it suits you, and then disappear when life gets busy. That's not love. That's not respect. And it's not fair. Every woman listening right now, I want you to take a moment and look inside yourself. Think about all the sacrifices you've made, the struggles you faced, the times you held it together when no one else believed in you. That right there is strength. That is power. That is value. And it is not something to be dismissed or put on hold. You are not an option. You are not someone to be picked up when convenient and dropped when inconvenient. You are a priority. And understanding that is the first step in claiming the life you deserve. Self-worth means recognizing the energy you give and knowing it should never be wasted on someone who doesn't appreciate it. Too many women give love to people who don't reciprocate. And they do, quietly, hoping that someday, maybe the person will see them. Let me tell you something, they see you. But if you let them walk over your boundaries, if you let them play games with your heart, they will keep seeing you as someone disposable. You have to understand your value before anyone else can. You have to stand up and declare, I know what I bring to this life, and I will not accept less than respect, attention, and love that is real and consistent. Men, listen closely. When a woman knows her worth, she doesn't settle. She's not looking for someone to fill her gaps or make her feel complete. She's looking for someone who can stand beside her, match her energy, match her respect, and treat her as the gift she is. She doesn't need a hero. She doesn't need a fixer. She needs a partner, someone who sees her, values her, and puts her first. And if you can't do that, you better step back, because she's not going to wait around for you to figure it out. Ladies, the moment you stop being okay with crumbs, the moment you stop tolerating people who treat you like an afterthought, that's when your life changes. You start attracting people who see you for your true worth, who match your energy, who bring love and respect into your life every single day. And when that happens, you will never look back at the times you allowed yourself to be anyone's option, because you will realize those moments were lessons, not life sentences. And let me be honest with you, knowing your self-worth is not arrogance. It is not pride. It is sanity. It is survival. Because if you don't know your value, someone else will define it for you, and I promise you, their definition will always fall short of the woman you really are. You deserve better. You deserve love that lifts you up, respect that never wavers, and attention that is consistent, intentional, and real. So remember this every day. You are not an option. You are not someone to be waited on or chosen only when convenient. You are powerful. You are intelligent. You are beautiful. And above all, you are worthy of being treated like the priority that you are. The moment you embrace that, the moment you live by it, your life will shift, your relationships will change, and you will attract the kind of love and respect that you have always deserved. Now listen closely, because this is where a lot of people miss the point. A woman should never have to fight for someone's attention. She should never have to beg to be treated with the love and respect that she deserves. If a man values her, he will make her a priority, not an option, not a maybe, not something he thinks about when it's convenient. Making someone a priority means showing up, being consistent, and putting effort into the relationship every single day. Anything less is not enough. Too many women settle for someone who only comes around when it fits their schedule, who only texts when bored, who only calls when lonely. And men, you might think that's harmless, but let me tell you, it's damaging. It teaches a woman to accept crumbs. It teaches her that her needs, her time, and her heart are not as important as yours. And that is never okay. You don't get to be inconsistent with someone whose love and loyalty are unwavering. You don't get to play games with someone who sees you as a real partner, not just a temporary distraction. Being a priority isn't just about grand gestures. It's not about flowers once in a while or saying the right things at the right time. Being a priority is about showing up in the small moments, the everyday moments, the moments that truly count. It's answering the call when she needs to talk. It's checking in without being asked. It's making her feel seen, heard, and loved even when life gets busy. That's what it means to put someone first, and if you can't do that, then you're not ready for a real relationship. Women, let me speak directly to you. You have to understand that your time, your energy, and your love are precious. You cannot pour yourself into someone who does not treat you like the most important person in their world. If a man cannot prioritize you, it's not your job to convince him to change. It's not your job to prove your worth. Your worth is already there. He either recognizes it or he doesn't. And if he doesn't, you need to walk away with your dignity intact, because prioritization is not optional, it's essential. Men, listen up again. Relationships are not one-sided. Being a priority is not just a gift you give, it's a responsibility you accept. When a woman commits her heart to you, she is trusting you with something sacred. She is trusting you with her happiness, with her time, with her emotions. And if you cannot honor that trust consistently, you are not just failing her, you are failing yourself. Because when she walks away, she's taken with her all the potential love, support, and partnership you could have had. And you will be left wondering what went wrong. Prioritization also means understanding that actions speak louder than words. Anyone can say they care. Anyone can claim they love someone. But only someone who makes you a priority will prove it every single day, not just when it's convenient. And the moment a woman sees that you are inconsistent, the moment she feels secondary, she will step back, because she knows her worth. She knows that love is meant to be reciprocal, consistent, and real. So, if you are a woman listening right now, don't settle for someone who cannot prioritize you. Don't make excuses for inconsistency. Don't hope that one day he will get it. You are too valuable for that. And if you are a man, understand this. Being with a woman who knows her worth is a gift, not a burden. Treat her like the priority she is, because when you do, you build a relationship that can withstand anything. And when you don't, you will learn the hard way that some women will never wait around for someone who cannot see their value. Now, let me tell you something that too many people overlook, and it's the difference between love that lasts and love that dies before it even begins. Consistency matters. I don't care how many sweet words you say, how many romantic gestures you make, or how many promises you give. If you are not consistent, none of that means anything. Consistency is what proves that your love is real. It's what turns "I care about you" into actions that a woman can feel, trust, and believe in. Without it, love is just talk. and talk doesn't feed the soul. Too many men think that being romantic on the weekend, sending a text every once in a while, or showing up when convenient is enough. Let me tell you, it's not. A woman needs to know every single day that she matters to you. She needs to feel your attention, your care, your love in ways that are steady and unwavering. If your affection comes and goes like the wind, she will begin to doubt it. She will begin to wonder if she's really valued or just tolerated. And once that doubt settles in, it's almost impossible to shake. Women, let me speak to you here. Consistency is not about demanding perfection. It's about expecting reliability, trust, and respect. It's about seeing that the person who claims to love you also acts in ways that reinforce that love. It's about noticing the patterns, the everyday moments, the small actions that prove they are truly invested. If someone is inconsistent, if someone only shows up when it benefits them, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their character. And you don't have time for that kind of chaos. You deserve someone whose love is steady, whose heart is steady, whose actions match their words. Men, hear me loud and clear. A woman who knows her value will not tolerate inconsistency. She will not bend, compromise, or lower her standards just to fit into your unpredictable schedule or moods. When you say you love her, you need to show up consistently. You need to make her feel that she is a priority every day, not just on special occasions or when it's convenient. Consistency is not boring. It's sacred. It's the foundation of trust, security, and intimacy. Without it, no relationship can truly thrive. Think about it like this. Love is not built in a moment. It's built in the patterns of life. It's built in the small things. Answering her calls, remembering the little things she mentions, being reliable, being present. These consistent actions stack up over time, and that's what makes a woman feel truly valued. When consistency is missing, even the grandest gestures lose their meaning. A weekend getaway or an expensive gift won't matter if she can't trust that your attention and care will last beyond that moment. And here's the truth that too many people don't understand. Consistency matters more than perfection. You don't have to get everything right every day, but you do have to show up day in and day out with effort, intention, and love. That's what separates someone who is serious from someone who is just passing through. That's what separates a temporary connection from a lifelong partnership. Women, hold on to this. Do not settle for someone who is inconsistent. Don't excuse their absence or their neglect because you hope they'll change. Love is meant to be constant, visible, and dependable. If it isn't, walk away with your dignity intact because you deserve steady, unwavering love. And men, remember this. If you're inconsistent, you are teaching her to accept less than she deserves. And that is not love. That is selfishness. Be consistent, be intentional, and show up every single day. Because consistency is the heartbeat of respect, trust, and real love. Now listen to me, because this is something that too many people miss. And it will make or break any relationship you are in. Respect is non-negotiable. It's not something you give only when it's convenient or when you feel like it. Respect is the foundation of any relationship. Without it, love will crumble, trust will fade, and what you thought was a connection will turn into frustration, pain, and disappointment. You can say all the right words, you can make all the grand gestures, but if respect isn't there, it all falls apart. Too often I see women accepting behavior that they would never accept from anyone else just because they love someone. They tolerate dismissive words, inconsistent actions, and selfish attitudes, thinking that love can fix it. Let me tell you something, love alone cannot fix disrespect. Respect must come first. When a woman knows her worth, she expects to be treated with dignity at all times. She expects her thoughts, her feelings, her time, and her heart to be valued. And if you cannot do that, you are not ready for a real relationship. Men, listen closely. Respect is not about just not hurting someone. Respect is about valuing them, about prioritizing them, about treating their heart with the same care you treat your own. Respect is about listening when she speaks, even if you don't fully understand. It's about acknowledging her dreams, supporting her ambitions, and never diminishing her in front of others. Respect is about consistency in action, not just empty words. Because words without respect are meaningless. They're empty promises that fade the moment life gets hard. Women, let me tell you this, never allow anyone to make you feel small. Never allow anyone to dismiss your feelings, belittle your dreams, or take your presence for granted. If a person truly respects you, they will make it clear in every action, every word, every decision. You will feel it in the way they speak to you, in the way they defend you when others try to hurt you, in the way they honor your time and your heart. Respect is not optional. It is essential. And the moment you settle for less, you teach people that it is okay to treat you as less than you deserve. Men, think about this. A woman who commands respect is a woman worth having. She will not accept disrespect silently. She will not tolerate games or excuses. And if you are serious about being in her life, you must rise to the occasion. Respect is not a favor. It is a responsibility. It is the way you prove that your love is real, that your commitment is true, and that your heart is serious. Disrespect will drive her away faster than anything else because she knows her value, and she will not waste her time on someone who cannot honor it. Respect also shows itself in the little things. It's in how you communicate, how you prioritize her needs alongside yours, how you honor the promises you make, how you celebrate her victories and console her failures. It's not always loud or dramatic. Often it's quiet and consistent, but it is always noticeable. And women, you deserve nothing less than that. So remember this, love without respect is just words. Words alone will not sustain a relationship, will not create trust, and will not make a woman feel valued. Respect is essential because it honors who she is, what she brings to your life, and the partnership you claim to have. Without it, everything else falls apart. And if anyone ever makes you question your worth, your dignity, or your value, know this. You have the right to walk away because respect is not optional. It is everything. Let me be real with you for a minute, because this is where too many people get it wrong. Boundaries are not a weakness. They are not selfish. They are not something to apologize for. Boundaries are a declaration of your self-respect, a statement of your worth, and a way to protect your heart, your time, and your energy. If you don't set boundaries, people will walk all over you. They will take advantage of you, and they will treat you like an option instead of the priority you are. Too many women stay in situations that are harmful or draining because they feel guilty about setting limits. They feel like they have to tolerate disrespect, inconsistency, or neglect because they love someone or because they hope that person will change. Let me tell you, love does not require you to erase your boundaries. Love does not ask you to sacrifice your peace of mind or your self-worth. When a person truly values you, they respect your boundaries without complaint. When they don't, it's a clear sign that they are not ready for a serious relationship, and it's your job to protect yourself from getting hurt. Men, listen closely. Boundaries are not barriers to love. They are the guideposts that show someone how to treat you. They teach others what is acceptable and what is not. If a woman has boundaries, it's because she knows her value. If she says she will not tolerate being treated like an option, she means it. And the wise man will respect that. He will honor those limits because he understands that boundaries are a reflection of character, strength, and self-awareness. Disregarding them is not only disrespectful, it's dangerous for the relationship. Women understand this. Boundaries are your best friend. They protect you from emotional manipulation, from people who are not serious, and from those who do not recognize your worth. Setting boundaries means saying no to things that drain you, saying no to people who do not uplift you, and saying yes to your own happiness, growth, and peace. It does not make you rigid. It makes you powerful. It shows that you are intentional about who and what you allow into your life. It shows that your heart is sacred and you will not give it away carelessly. Boundaries also teach clarity in relationships. When you clearly define your limits, you make it easy for someone to either step up or step out. They know exactly what you expect, and they cannot claim ignorance when they fail to meet those expectations. And women, this is liberating, because once you stop compromising on boundaries, you attract people who are aligned with your values, your goals, and your standards. You attract partners who are serious about prioritizing you, respecting you, and showing up consistently for you. Men, If you find yourself in a relationship with a woman who has boundaries, don't see it as a challenge or a restriction. See it as an opportunity to grow, to rise to her level, and to demonstrate that you are worthy of her love and trust. When you honor boundaries, you build a foundation of respect and trust that can carry a relationship through anything. Ignoring them, on the other hand, will only lead to heartbreak, frustration, and loss. The truth is, boundaries are essential for a healthy relationship because they protect both people. They prevent resentment, they prevent abuse, and they ensure that love is mutual, intentional, and real. A woman who sets boundaries is not difficult. She is wise. She is not being unreasonable. She's being realistic. And anyone who truly loves and values her will respect those boundaries without hesitation. If they cannot, they do not deserve her. And she has every right to walk away with confidence, dignity, and self-respect.